Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to a journal with me. You know, the ones where I don't journal at all. Today, I'm attempting to decorate the pages from my daughters and my trip that we took to Savannah, Georgia. One moment, I need to take a sip. Okay, should have done that before I started. Anywho, I did kind of start without you. Sorry for that. So let's see. And I printed out some pictures, albeit they are not very good, but that's what I have to work with. So that's what I'm going to do. Um, okay. So I did this yesterday. We left on Friday morning. Here are some pictures on the way. We stopped at Bucky's for a pit stop. And of course, you have to, you know, I guess he's a beaver. So you got to take a picture of I think it's brass. I don't know. Anyway, and then when we got to Savannah, so it took us from 7 a.m. Well, we left at about 7:20-ish, actually. And then we got there around 2:30-ish. So it took us longer than we expected, but there were a couple of reroutings along the way. Anywho, this napkin back here is from the Skytop bar that we went to later that night. And then I just tipped in these. This was in a place called Starlin Yard, and I think I told you guys about that, almost like expectations versus reality. So, yeah, we went there. We had a beverage while we were there. I was expecting, I guess, we were expecting that it was going to be like this artsy fartsy kind of quirky area, and I think it's more of like a venue type thing. So like they had a restaurant, they had a bar, they had one food truck, which we got some fried yuca from. That was very good. But yeah, I thought it was going to be more of like an open marketplace kind of thing from what I had seen on like YouTube videos about it, but it turned out it was not. It was, yeah, very empty, I guess. So anyway, and then here I turned the little pamphlet into a tuck spot for my journaling about our journey up there. Now, this is not just Friday. Friday actually goes into this because this is where we stayed. It's the Plant Riverside District in Savannah, and it's right along the river. And yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. It is what's it called? Like a JW Marriott, and it was very beautiful. Um, okay, I also did this, which was the day before we left. I have not done anything with the 15th. I don't even know if I'm going to. And I also had this from my MRI. And then, yeah, I think everything else, nope, I didn't decorate the 12th either. So we shall see what happens. Okay. So what I did was I took this pamphlet that they give you, it tells you everything that's along the river. Um, and I just folded it in half and then I tipped it in, right? So I tipped it in like this. This page and this page are the actual pages in the book. So I just tipped this whole thing in because, I have more to say and all that jazz. Okay. So let us see. I think I was going to put some stuff on here, like a picture or something. Um, this is a picture of the Riverwalk. See how like some of these have borders, some don't, because I print them on different things, like same paper and everything, but different programs, I guess. So let's see. See, like this one here of the Riverwalk doesn't have as much stuff in it. I don't know. And then this is from the next day. And they print super dark. Like I don't know what's going on. So anyway, um, I think I want to take this picture and put it in here. This picture perhaps and put it in here. And then these are my daughter and myself and me living my best life at the rooftop bar. And this is on the inside of it. So, and this is like rooftop. Again, still super, super dark. So I don't know what the deal is, honestly. Okay, and then this right here where you can like hardly even see me, that one there is on the inside. Like these smokestacks, it used to be a power plant. So there are these smokestacks here, and this was a picture taken from the rooftop bar. They light them up at night. And it's really cool. Um, yeah. So I'm just trying to decide what I want where. So let's get this out. Um, okay, we'll just cut them. Okay, because I don't know what else to do. All right, now let me just hold it tight. So, because I want a little bit of a border, right? Okay, and then this will go this way. So, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? My daughter and I, if you did not see last week's video, my daughter and I had a lovely girls' trip to Savannah, Georgia. And it's supposed to be only like uh what is it, like 5 hours from our house. Turned out to be a little bit more with some traffic and stuff, but and it's like it's a super easy ride, because it's straight on 95, US 95 or whatever it's called, 95 anyway. So yeah, it's just like you get on 95 and you keep going north until you hit Savannah. So yeah, super easy trip, which I am very much into. So, and then here are some pictures like from the rooftop. Here and here was looking west, and then this, I don't even know if I'm going to use that one, but this is down on ground level, the Riverwalk, and they have all kinds of sorts of, things that you can do. A lot of shops. In fact, like I was telling my daughter, I was like, you know what? One could probably just stay at the hotel and not even leave, because there's so much to do right there on the Riverwalk. So it was really nice. Just very nice indeed. I don't think I'm going to use that one, but I will use this one. Yeah, so the first night when we got there, um, let's see. We walked around the Riverwalk. These I have to take all the borders off because if you notice, it's like not even. That drives me insane. So, like with this one here, I'll tell you what I do. Even though these are super dark and I don't know why, I did lighten this one up. So, anyway, what I do is I use Pic Collage, PIC Collage. I believe that's the app. And you can print directly from the app. So then it prints it out like this with the borders. Then you can have like a little border when you cut them up. Um, Same as this here, right? I lightened these pictures. Anyway, um, maybe not that one. I don't know. Anywho, by printing it directly from Pic Collage, I get a uniform thing, right? If I don't do that and I print it directly from like my HP app or something, or directly from my phone, it comes out like this, jank. All right, so that's a shame, but it is what it is. So I just have to work with what I have, and of course, I mean, it's fairly easy to um just map the pictures, you know what I mean? But that's just an extra step that I am not willing to take. So, I don't. Not usually anyway. We'll see. We'll see how this journaling session goes because I might end up, it all depends on where these pictures end up going. If the background is light enough, then I won't map them, which just means, if you don't know, matting them just means putting them on putting your own border around them, right? Okay, I don't think I'm using this one. I will use this one, and I probably won't use that one. I have to see if I have another one. Anyway, so yes, could I have done all this before I turned on the camera? Absolutely. Sorry about that. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. Um, rode my bike this morning, read my book this morning. Um, yeah, pretty much a regular old morning. And you would have seen on my ramble session all the stuff that I was up to. Okay, so that I'm using, I'm not sure about that one. And this I'm using, this is from the Rooftop, so super cool. Okay, now let's see here. Okay, I think I can probably just put this right here, and I am putting it in with just Scotch tape. Okay. Um, yeah. Or I could put it here. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. All right, and then this is just gonna flip down. Now put one on that side and call it macaroni. Okay, now let's see what else we have here. This is really pretty. I remember when we were in Savannah a few years ago, we took pictures in front of this, and it's a mural. It says the beauty of Plant Riverside, and that's what the area is called, Plant Riverside. So let's go like that. All right. This is from the Rooftop, so that's something different. This is from the Rooftop. Oh, I have two of these. Okay. This one's later. I don't know. Well, because that's from the Rooftop. This is on the inside. Like I said, there are some smokestacks because it used to be a power plant. It's a beautiful building. And so this right here is the actual inside, like they built the hotel around the smokestack. And so this is the inside outside of the smokestack. And actually, when you go downstairs, they have like a private dining room inside the smokestack that you can go eat at. So, anyway, so that's pretty cool. All right, I think I'm going to put that there. I don't know where I'm going to put that yet. I'm not using this one because I have this one. And I like that one better. Okay, so there's that. This is on the outside, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I don't know yet. This is from the Rooftop and this is from the Rooftop. Hmm. These were like sunset pictures. Like my daughter wanted to be up on the rooftop. Oh yeah, I have this one here. This one here. Oh, this can go down. Well, okay, we'll see. We'll see. Let's just cut these up. So this is on the inside of the hotel, and on the inside of the hotel, it has like mm, geodes, like this down here at the very bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a ginormous geode cut in half, and then it reveals the crystals inside. It's really, really beautiful. This was down on the riverside. My daughter and I walked around, when we first got there, waiting for the sunset. And then, we talked about she talked about maybe wanting to get it's like permanent jewelry, you know, but unfortunately, I cannot get permanent jewelry because I have scans so often, and you can't wear jewelry. So this was down on the riverside. So this is going to go in there. This was at the Rooftop, and that's going to go in there. This is the actual hotel. So this will go on this page, the inside. She took a lot more on the inside, but I just really only need one. Our room was very nice. I guess she probably has pictures of the room, but I do not. So she was like the photographer of the group. And I told her too, like when we got in the car, I said, you do realize you're the adult in this whole situation, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Since I didn't have my emotional support person, which is my husband, my daughter had to fill in for him. Yeah. So there's that. Okay, this is at the rooftop as well. This is on the inside. Okay, I'm just going to put this right over here. And I will tip it in just so I can later see the other stuff that's, you know, that's on the other side. Maybe we'll just even put it over here. I just want to make sure that it's kind of straight. So, yeah, the inside is really cool, the inside. It's kind of like a museum, and then they have like a whole like area with Swarovski crystals. It's just a very beautiful area. They have like a little cafe. Yeah, so it's really pretty. Okay, this, you know what? I might just glue that in. Why not? Um, Actually, I'm just gonna tape it in. So yeah, my daughter was the photographer. She was the caretaker. She was she was everything, and she planned out the whole thing. Like she had like step by step of all the different things, that she wanted me to experience with her. And like I said, this was like probably the third time she's been, because we went there on vacation a couple years ago and it was so much fun. And then she and her boyfriend went because I don't think he had ever been. And yeah, it's just, if you've never been, and I told you, on in the last video, if you've never been to Savannah, you should probably go. It's just beautiful. It's rich in history. It's, it is kind of touristy in some areas, but um yeah, but it's really nice. A safe little, town, in my opinion. It's very walkable. You can walk everywhere, everywhere. um I don't know where I want to put this. Maybe this is enough. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, so now on this page here, so when we got there, like I said, we checked out our room, we unpacked our stuff, whatever, and then we went down to the Riverwalk. So along the Riverwalk, like I said, she asked if I wanted permanent jewelry. I think the only permanent jewelry I'd really be able to get would be an anklet, which I already have an anklet, but yeah. Um, but then I thought, you know what, I better not, just because. And if you don't know what permanent jewelry is, it's like regular, like a chain or something. And you could do a necklace, an anklet, a bracelet, whatever, and they like solder it or somehow affix it to you permanently, right? In other words, there's no clasp to it in order to take it on and off. So while it would have been super fun to share that experience with my one and only daughter, um, you know, I was just a little wary because I was like, yes, I would love to do it. However, I did not want to risk, having to break it or take it off, or something for my exams. So this right here, we kept walking and there was a local artist, and I showed you this before as well. It's on Instagram. She's at 18 Loves Art, and she does these just beautiful drawings, super cute and like whimsical drawings. Um, yeah, and her thing is joyful, uplifting heart work. Okay, and so super cute. So, and of course my daughter knows that I journal. She knows that I collect every bit and piece that I can. And so she was like, oh, do you want a postcard for your, for your book? And I was like, sure. So she gifted me this, and I think I'm just going to tip it in this way, right? I think. And again, I am going to be using Scotch tape just because it's easiest. Is that too long? Yes, it appears so. All right, there we go. All right, I think I'm gonna just put it like off center-ish. It doesn't matter if it's hanging over here a little bit, no big deal. Um, I just kind of want to, yeah, I just want to make sure that it is straight-ish. Oh, come on. Excuse me while I hold my breath. All right, there's that. And then we push it over here like this. And then I am going to use a different piece of tape here. Maybe just this, the standard tape that I use. All right, let's, oh my gosh. So how are you guys doing on your journaling? Are you with the program or are you super behind like I am? I was behind before I left on vacation. And then of course, you know, I am uh, behind because I was gone for 4 days, you know, so I wasn't in my art room, craft room, whatever you want to call it. So just adding a little glue to that. And we will pop that on there. Okay. So stinking cute. Okay. I think I might just put this picture right here. And then maybe, oops, sorry, I touched you guys. The microphone is like on my person, you know. So I'm really sorry about that. Okay, let's just stick that right there. I'm not going to border it or anything because this is a picture of us when we were, you know, on the Riverwalk. And we were blessed, let me tell you, with absolutely beautiful weather. Like this day, no. This evening when Friday evening, it ended up being, I'll stick that right there. It ended up being, what you want to call it, in the 50s, right? So good thing I brought leggings with me and a sweater. And then what was it? Then the next day it was kind of coolish in the morning, but then it like heated up pretty darn warm in the afternoon. I also got this here. I think I'm going to tip it in, but I think I want to tip it in with this per picture showing because I just think it's so pretty. So we'll go like that, tip that in. And then we'll tip, or whoops, and we'll put this here like this. Okay. And then this was on the rooftop. This was outside, so I might go ahead and put that there. This is super pretty. So this I also got from, this is from the same gal who did this. So I might put this here and maybe I'll put this down here, but I wonder if I want to, uh, you know, back it with something because it's not really like standing out, if you will. Okay, I think I'm just going to put this here. Let's just do something, right? Okay. We shall put it right there. I think it's so beautiful. And then I will write in here about, you know, this here. Now, I might even do some of my lettering just to say, you know, Riverwalk or something like that. I'm not really sure. This was the rooftop. Oh, what's this? This was the rooftop as well. And then, see, I have all these other pictures. Okay, this, maybe I'll put down there. I'm not really sure. Okay, this was rooftop. This was rooftop. This was rooftop. Oh, that's an even better picture because it has a border. So I'll use that one instead of that one. This is rooftop. Are they really any different? Like this one's lighter. So maybe I'll use, that's rooftop. That's rooftop. That's rooftop. That's rooftop. Um, I have a lighter one, so I might not use that. And yeah, that one there is lighter. Okay. Now we're just going to put this right there. And then I have all this space, you know, to write if I so desire. All right. It was nice. It was just beautiful. I love spending time with my girl, just my girl and me. I've told you before, we've taken other girl trips before and we just have so much fun. Um, Probably from here on out, I would say we would be, it would be an all girls trip, like myself, my daughter, and my daughter-in-law. But my daughter-in-law was working at the time that we went. Okay. So now I have all these other pictures. Yeah. And then I have this space to write here. So that looks nice, huh? Okay. Now this here, this was what we went to. This was the rooftop, well, they call it a skytop lounge on top of our hotel, because there were like three parts to the hotel. Like here, see, there's like this part here, and then this part was our hotel part, and then they have a separate part right here. Yeah, so there were different, let me see what 39 is. Yeah, like this here is another rooftop bar. Yeah. And then this here 29 is, no, that's nope. Anyway, it was around here somewhere. Okay, around here somewhere was the other rooftop bar, and I'm not really sure if they had a rooftop bar up here. I don't know. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Okay, so this goes like so, and then we'll see what we can do here. Okay, now this here, I think I'm gonna put here. And if you know, if you're noticing, I do things kind of like in sequential order. Even when I'm doing like a regular journal page, it'll go from like morning, afternoon, evening kind of thing, right? That's just how my brain works, and that's how I do it. Um, and then if you'll notice with these pages, this is kind of like, this was the morning ish part, you know, and then we got to the hotel part, and then this is like the afternoon and evening part. Yeah. Okay. Um, okay. So now we're going to take this and put it, I don't know. I don't really need to see what's on the back of this postcard, which I thought that this was a super cute idea. I have to tell you, like whenever your bill came, they had this paper clipped, this card paper clipped to your bill. So yeah, I thought it was super cool. I was like, oh my gosh, can we take these? In which case, yes, we could. All right. Again, holding my breath. Okay, so there's that. And then let's see here. Let's see what we can do. Um, I actually, let's see. Oh man, tag nabbed. It's a little too big. Um, all right, that's fine. Maybe I'll just put this down here like so. I could. Hmm? This was looking from the other side. Like it was a double-sided, actually, a double-sided rooftop deck. Like you could either go on the river side or you could go on the city side, I guess. So this was the city side of it. You know what? Maybe I'll put this here. Yeah. Okay. But what I might do is go ahead and back it with something white. Okay, let's see if this will work. Yes, it shall. So we will just take some tape and put it on the picture. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. So much fun. It was extremely tiring, I have to tell you. It was extremely tiring. And due to both of our chronic illness, she has the same thing I have. Um, there was a day on, I think it was Saturday evening, that we were both having a difficult time. In which case, we just, did what we could do, and then we settled in our room for the evening. And you know, did we watch a movie? Maybe we watched a movie. Yeah. So we don't let too much stop us. And of course, we were together, so that's what's important. But yeah, so there's that. Okay, and then we're just gonna stick this right down here. Yeah. Okay, but I'm just gonna put it on the side. I hope this is the right side, but well, I guess we'll see. Okay. Hopefully we did all right with that. Okay. And I love journaling about stuff like this. It's so much fun. And of course, I tell you guys this all the time. I do reserve, of course, the right to go back in here when I'm actually doing the journaling part, the written part, to add different things, like with this here, I might decide, like there was something else that we saw, so I printed out like a logo or something and I'll put that in, at a later time. So there is that, right? Okay, so we're going to put this down right at the bottom here. There. Nice. And then it just goes like that, right? Okay, perfect. Now, let's see here. What else do we have? Okay, so now we have these here, in which case I need my pencil board here. I've got a mess. Do you see all the stuff around my desk? Good grief. Okay, so put this, or I'll put it like this. Move over. Oh my gosh. Too much stuff, guys. Too much stuff. Okay, so we have these two here, which I could definitely put like that. We don't need to see the whole entire sky. This was off the rooftop as well. Let us see here. What can we do? What can we do? I love this picture of my girl and me. What I could do perhaps is, yes, 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 yes. Okay, what I might do is just go ahead and tip this in right here, right? And then I'll put these three pictures on the back of the rooftop. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, so this is what I need to do. And my daughter, I don't like pictures, for one. I don't like pictures of myself, right? And so she was like, "Smile, mom." And I'm like, "What? I am smiling." She's like, "No, like really smile." Okay, for real smile. Uh, but we have so much fun together, my daughter and me. Yeah, we're very, very close, which I love. Um, yeah, I'm just super glad for that we are so blessed with a good relationship. Um, okay, so let's put this in here. And yep. And then hopefully we'll get this sort of, yep. Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to tip this in right here again with Scotch tape, right? Okay, and then this is going to go like that, which is fine. Perfectly fine. Let me see. Because otherwise, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, you're not going to be able to see anything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right. I was talking in terms of placement. Okay, so I think we're just going to go like so, I do believe. We'll put this in with regular Scotch tape. And it's also fun like going with my daughter because she's like down for anything as well as I am, you know. Like when we go, you know, as a family or with my husband, he's very how shall I say? Um I don't know. Like my daughter is very planned. My husband is the same way. But she can also be kind of spontaneous-ish, you know? Like I'm like, "Oh, let's go in here." And she's like, "Okay," you know. So anyway, I'm more of a spontaneous kind of traveler. Like I'm just like I just want to get in the car, go north and stop off anywhere I want to stop off at, and then when it gets close enough to, you know, a meal time, it's like, okay, check your phone, what food is near me. I'm just very easy going in that regard, right? Okay, now let us see. Trying to think. You know, I might just color the back of this um this greeny color because why not, right? Why not? All right, now I'm going to use my heat tool real quick. Um oh, I hope it wasn't glossy or something cuz that would stink, huh? We'll see if it dries. If not, we'll have to pat it dry or something. I don't know. We shall see if it works on this postcard material. Oh, geez. Okay. It's not liking it. I have to tell you that right now. All right. Let me just see. And hopefully I didn't just ruin the picture. No, I did not. Okay. Now, okay. Here is my rag. So we'll go like this. Go like that. Oh, sorry. I hit you guys again. Please forgive me. Let's see. Okay, it worked. It's not rubbing off. So that's good news. I might run a bead of glue down there. Um, just in case. Sorry. I normally, with the microphone, I normally have you guys on my, where my camera goes, up above, right? Okay. Let's see. Whoops. Let's see if that worked. All right. Okay. Now, let's cap this. And when I got home, I had missed my husband so much. Yeah, I didn't come in my room at all. So, all right. So we shall go like that, and no, we'll go like that, and like that, and like that. Perhaps I don't know. And then I could still put little notes, right? Yeah. If I wanted to. No, we're gonna go like this, I think. We'll just make them staircased like that. Yeah? Okay, let's do that. So how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna put a little piece of tape. Come on now. Right here at the bottom. Okay. And we'll see how this works. Shall we? All right. Hoping that that is straight-ish. I can move it. All right. And then what I'm going to do is this goes here at this corner. And then I will just do like a strip or two on the back of this and leave like the sides and the top and whatever open if in the event I want to, you know, put a sticker or like a, I don't know, like a, what am I trying to say? Like a background image ish. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm going to put this like this, okay? Oh, wow, that worked out all right. Okay, I'm going to put this like this, then I'm leaving the sides open in case I want to tuck something in or, in case I find some other picture or something like that. Yeah. Now, I could back those, but I'm not going to. All right, I'm just going to go like so. Okay. So there we have that. And let's get that off. Okay. And then we're going to put these like so. Okay. And then that, yep. Okay, perfect. All right. In other words, right, like this is open now. So if I want to put a little journaling spot in here to, talk about the weather or whatever, or I want something this way, then I could do that. If I want a headline along here, like just put rooftop, which that's a good idea, I might do that. Just put in my own lettering, and then I'll have all this space here to do journaling and whatnot as well, right? So then this turns like this. This is what it looked like outside with the little smokestacks lit up. Super cool. And then these here, I can write about our walk along the riverfront. And then this is the, thing we got from the hotel. And then this here marks the beginning half of our journey. So let's see. Okay. I hope that was all in frame. All right. So yeah, there you have it. And then let's see. I like that. I love that. Okay. And then on this day here, see, I have these pictures here. Like I have to find out and get the logo for the restaurant that we went to in the morning. And then this was at Forsyth Park, which is a beautiful, beautiful area. I might have to print this whole thing over again. I'm not really sure because these are super dark. I don't understand why they print super dark when in fact the picture is not as dark. So, yeah, these are just some of the squares. They have beautiful, beautiful squares. We went to a place called the Pear. We went to a lot of places on Saturday, so that's why we overdid it because I think, yeah, Saturday night, I think my daughter wanted to go on a pub crawl and we just couldn't because neither one of us felt all that great, right? We went to the Prohibition Museum, so now what I might do though is I have these really cute. They're like, it's almost like a cartoonish kind of thing, yeah, so I might cut this out. I have two of them, so I might cut this out and see if where I can put this on these pages because I might have to end up doing like the same thing that I did here, make like a little tip in booklet or something. Yeah. For this. Yeah. And then decide what we're going to do from there. So I will leave that for another day, or I might do it without you. And then, as if I'm getting into a groove or whatever, yeah, I'll just do it without you. And then I'll bring it back and show you, like what I did. Because we still have, Sunday to journal about and Monday as well when I had my capybara experience with my daughter surprised me for. So that was super cool. So, anywho, I hope you enjoyed this. And yes, I hope you got some ideas on how to, document a vacation or, a little weekend getaway kind of thing. So, yeah, um, I will thank you for your time because I know how precious time is. Yes, I do. And I will thank you for making the choice to spend that time with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a wonderful week. And I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.